What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to be taking a look at Mullen Automotive, aka MULN, from a technical point of view. Now, just a couple of days ago, I made a video on these guys speaking about some of the very basic fundamentals, because they've been getting a lot of voices speaking about them online as of right now. They've been trending on stock tweets a couple of times. You will see them on pretty much any form. You will see them making, like, a lot of people are making a lot of videos about them on YouTube at the moment. They're one of those companies that has a lot of retail investors quite excited at the moment. And in that video, I got one or two questions that I do want to answer in today's video, but I also got people just asking me to, make more videos on the technicals, especially right now, because they're in very, very potentially exciting places, and big moves could happen both in the upward direction and the downward direction. So that's what we're going to be speaking about today, my friends. Before we get into that, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? You guys smashed it on the last Mullen video, so if you want me to keep bringing these guys to you, just keep hitting that like button. It's free, it helps your boy with the YouTube algorithm. It really does mean a lot. Also, drop me a comment down below and subscribe if you're new around here. I want all of the most up-to-date EV content, including Mullen. So before we even do get into the technicals and we try and see what direction we expect this company to go over the next few trading days, towards the end of the week, I got a lot of people asking me if they're going to be delisted anytime, or if we're going to have to see a reverse split anytime. And the answer really is quite simple. So the primary reason that companies tend to get delisted from the Nasdaq is for this. The delisting process is set in motion when a company trades for 30 consecutive business days below the minimum closing bid price requirement, or less than required market value, which is going to be at $1 a share. So Nasdaq's listing qualifications department will send a deficiency notice to the company, informing it that it has 90 calendar days to get up to standard in the case of the market value listing requirement, or 180 calendar days if the issue is regarding the minimum bid price listing requirement. The minimum bid price maintenance requirement is $1, which is the most common standard that companies fail to maintain, okay? So Mullen obviously right now is sitting at 52 cents a share. Now you can go onto the Nasdaq website here and you can see all non-compliant companies, and if you just go down to the M's where we just were, you will be able to see that Mullen is not yet there. So you do not have to worry about Nasdaq delisting for at least a few months to come. Now, with that being said, the company hasn't traded at $1 a share since back here, since the very end of July, essentially. So there is a chance that, it could happen. What will they do if it does happen? Well, I would imagine they will just do a reverse stock split. We've seen this happen with stocks that trade under $1 a share. And yeah, it can happen. Is it a good or a bad thing? Not necessarily. It doesn't always have to have a huge effect on the company whatsoever, my friends. And it is a much better scenario than getting delisted. So for the people who are worried about that, look, especially if you're just trading this in the short term, that's not something you have to pay attention to whatsoever. If you're a long-term investor, sure, it is worth contemplating, it is worth keeping an eye on. But if you are just trading this, if you're hoping to be in and out, if you're playing the long side and the short side, you don't need to worry about it at all as of right now, my friend. So hopefully that clears up that one for you guys. Now, in regards to the technicals, okay, because that's what I really want to focus on in this video. It's trading well below its 50 and 200 day moving averages, and I mean well below there. Right now we're looking at the 1 hour chart, and you'll see that, these have been some of the most quiet days Mullen has seen in a while. Compared to some of these crazy days, these crazy moves from 66 cents a share up to 79 cents a share in a day, and then falling all the way from 79 cents down to 60 cents. It is a crazy one. That's why retail is loving it right now. There are huge swings to be had. Now you can see that playing the RSI here, even on the hourly chart over the last few days, would have led to some very, very nice returns if you had a little bit of patience. Yesterday, we created a lower low and a lower high of today, and today is looking like it's going to be the same situation. Now, they are also trading right around this area. This like 52.95 cent range, pretty much 53 cents, is a place where they have bounced off over the last few days. And you can see that today they actually have gone under it, and they're still fighting right around that range, my friends. So, me personally, if I am watching this one and I am looking to enter a trade, it looks to be in a short-term downtrend. Okay, now they do have catalysts coming up towards the end of this month. And again, if you want to find out more about them, I will leave the link to the video in the corner right now. If I forget, it's on my channel anyway. Sometimes I'm very bad at remembering these things, but you will be able to find that video on my channel. It all pretty much comes down to Bollinger. But short term, it's looking like it's going to be easier to play this to the short side. Now, with that being said, if today, you know, they can make a nice move. They're down 1.8%. If they can get back up to that 53-cent mark and ultimately get up to the 54 or 55 cents, that's when I think we could see some momentum get behind them and push towards that 60-cent mark. Pretty much the top of this big candle here. They went from 60 cents all the way down to 53 cents in the span of an hour. Now, longer term, obviously, this doesn't make too much of a difference. But again, today I'm just speaking out it from a trader's point of view. But they are looking very weak at the moment, my friend. They're not getting the volume today that they have been getting the last few days either. So I would expect it to be quite boring. CPI data obviously came out that shook up quite a lot of the world. The EV world didn't actually do as bad as a lot of general stocks did. Some of them finished in the green yesterday, and they're having a decent day overall today. A lot of the smaller caps too, you'll see right there up 4.5%. Tesla's even up 3.5%, while a lot of the market still is red today. So EV is in a quite strong place, and I've seen it before with companies like MULN, companies that are this cheap. All it takes is one big juicy day to see one big juicy candle like that happen. But if I was to want to play this one to the upside, again, 60 cents would be where I would be looking to, you know, take out my first profits if I was playing short term. Or you could look more so towards the 57.5 cent range if you're trying to play it a little bit safer. But right now, guys, the technicals are looking to favor the sell side. Now, you could keep an eye on that RSI. And if I bring it out to the 4-hour chart quickly, you'll see it still has a little bit more room to go down. And if that does come down sub, let's say, 29, 28, you could make a nice swing to the upside very, very quickly. But what this needs is, it needs volume again, guys, okay? There's been so much excitement in these guys the last few days. Again, I've been watching the chart the last few days in particular. There's been so much volume, been so many fast moves. We're not seeing that. Even today, we haven't really seen the same kind of, you know, open that we've seen the last few days in a row. The candles are just much, much, much smaller. So, can they hit, you know, 57 to 60 cents this week? If tomorrow we get the volume. If tomorrow we get volume, yes, I believe it can happen if people are excited. Aside from that, I would expect us to just continue trading right around this 52-cent-ish mark. I don't see why they need to go much lower than that as of this moment in time, especially with retail sentiment on their side and people wanting to see this company going up. I was quite interested is if we follow the downtrend here, we follow these peaks. Obviously, they broke up above it before they came hugely on the way down. But in the next day or two, that downward trend is going to meet where this short-term, you know, resistance that's been created on the 3-day chart is. This is going to be a very, very interesting price. So this is going to happen somewhere late afternoon Thursday or maybe very early Friday. I'm not sure. But keep your eyes peeled here. Something exciting could well happen. I also would just like to point out, guys, again, EV in general today is a mixed bag. Some are going well, some are going poorly. MULN is not doing particularly worse than the majority of the market. Well, it is down more than pretty much anything else here, but not by a considerable margin. And considering, again, it doesn't have that volume there, you cannot be too surprised. If you want to make a more medium-term trade, again, there's a potentially large catalyst coming up towards the end of the month. And I think that's what a lot of people are actually getting excited about here. If you read the forums, if you go to Yahoo Finance, Seek Alpha, Stock Twits even, a lot of people are excited for the end of this month coming up. And I think a lot of people are just trying to DCA and build a considerable size position for that. Now, again, in my opinion, it could well go either way. But, I mean, I know why people trade these companies. People don't trade these companies because they're open for 5-10%. They're trading them because you can see 20, 30, 40, 50% in a matter of weeks, if not literal days. So that is where the hype is right now. And that's why you're going to see some huge volume days and some quiet ones like this, you know. People might not be caring too much to build them because there's not enough excitement here right now. But, guys, that is the MULN technical update, and that's what I think is going to happen this week. We're at very interesting price ranges. It could go either way. I'm going to be keeping an eye on them tomorrow. You know what? I might even drop a comment on this video tomorrow, giving updated thoughts instead of creating a whole new video, but just to let you guys know what I think. But you guys see the ranges I am looking for now. But I'm interested to know, guys, what do you think is going to happen here? Do you think that the buying power is going to come and take over again and shoot MULN right back up? Do you think it's just gonna chill out a little bit? Maybe it's gonna trade right around this area of support. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you watched this video all the way till the end? You, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. Please do hit that juicy like button and subscribe for more content. You, my friend, are a true legend. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.